has been excellent, but the Memphis shooting, boy, they've struggled right from the start. Arthur, tough shot. Arthur with his first bucket. Arthur can score, the third-year player out of Kansas. They need somebody to put the ball in the basket. Allen now on Harden. Shot clock at 5. Maynard on the drive. Finds Nazr Mohammed. Nazr Mohammed, a big bucket. His second field goal. Great bench play from Oklahoma City. Tony Allen throws it down. James Harden saying, where was the help?
The other Grizzlies right now, you've got to try to defend and get some stops to try to get back into this ball game. It starts on the defensive end. You cannot look to trade baskets with this Thunder team.
You want to try and cut the lead with Durant and Westbrook currently on the bench for the Thunder. And Allen with a foul from behind. So they'll take it out of bounds. Marc Gasol checks back in. Randolph is going to sit down. Randolph 16 points, 10 rebounds, but just 6 of 15 from the field.
And you take Zach Randolph out the game and you look at this Grizzlies lineup and say, how do they climb back in? I don't see enough scoring on the floor. I guess Lionel Hollins hoping to do it defensively and get it going in transition.
Maynard, 3 on the shot clock. Nazr Mohammed drives, puts it up, puts it in as the shot clock expires. He didn't want to shoot it. But knocks it away. Darrell Arthur inside to Allen. Allen bobbled it a bit. Arthur across the lane. Tough shot. Rebound. Knocked loose. Picked up by Arthur. Knocked out of bounds. Oklahoma City ball. Timeout. Kevin Durant, 31. The Thunder trying to get the win to advance to the Western Conference Finals.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
We often focus so much on star players who score big, but sometimes the best teams have those hard-working, gritty players who could care less about numbers. They just want to win. Nick Collison is that for Oklahoma City. He has come up big for them here this afternoon in Game 7. But he's had some help as well, obviously.
Oh, Russell Westbrook recognizing the pick-and-roll switch, takes advantage. How about keeping balls alive? Great job of offensive rebounding and then finishing in traffic. Continuing. Be an extension of the coach on the floor. Run your offense. On-point passes again. Saving the ball. Keeping the possession alive. James Harden knocking down a shot. Russell Westbrook in transition, handing it off to his go-to scorer. The perfect game from top to bottom for Russell Westbrook. Complete. That's what you want from your point guard. Bring it home.
It's 2 points shy of that triple-double. Most important number right there, though, a 16-point lead for the Thunder. Still plenty of time remaining. Again, the Grizzlies have stormed back. Jeff, as a team, how do you balance between wanting to take time off the clock, but at the same time keep your attacking style that has given you this lead?
Right now, it's too early to even think about that. You know, you got to take quality shots in transition, but you try to run the clock down, you're just going to put yourself in a hole. Both teams have downsized now to go smaller. And obviously Memphis is trying to do it because the three-point shot has to try to be part of your comeback.
Conley to Gasol, kicks it out. Mayo wide open for 3, knocks it down. Big bucket from O.J. Mayo, and it's back to 13.
And a mistake rotating up to Marc Gasol and leaving the corner three-point shooter open.
Meanwhile, Westbrook gets off the bench. Durant's already back in. Randolph still on the bench for the Grizzlies. Durant gets away from Allen, and a bump by Tony Allen. 3 fouls on Allen, and the Grizzlies with their second team foul.
See, but that's the difference. In previous games, Kevin Durant catches that basketball, and Tony Allen is connected to his body. Falls asleep just for a second prior to the catch, and now he's running at Durant. And I love the patience of Kevin Durant, using the force of the defender against himself.
Excellent ball denial for Battier. Westbrook gets it back. Pull-up jumper. Westbrook. There's a triple-double. A Game 7 triple-double for Russell Westbrook. Conley. Nice jumper from the elbow. Conley with 16. He's tied for the Grizzly lead. Westbrook penetrates, draws the foul, and wisely throws it up. So Westbrook will shoot a couple of free throws. We said Game 7 triple-double. Last one to do it in Game 7. Scottie Pippen. Back in 1992, Bulls-Knicks. Back in the old Chicago Stadium days. I'm sure you both remember that.
That was one loud arena.
I still think that's the loudest arena I've ever been in. The old Chicago Stadium.
That, Market Square, the old Indianapolis Arena, and this one. I would put this one up with anybody. These fans, I mean, they've been standing basically the entire second half.
You know, they love their Thunder here. You know, as they've gone through this playoff run, you think sometimes about the Seattle Supersonic fans. They were heartbroken when their team left. They were great fans there in Seattle. Some of them are apathetic. Some of them are still angry. And I think some of them perhaps maybe still rooting for this team. Again, only Collison and Durant actually played in Seattle.
There really should be an NBA team and an NBA type arena in Seattle. That's a great place to play basketball.
Mayo launches, misses. Rebound picked up and put in from Shane Battier. As Perkins and Collison banged into each other, Collison said, "My fault." And it cuts it back to 13.
The other Grizzlies, the mentality should be get some stops and score. This game is far from over. There's a lot of time left.
Westbrook to Durant. Inside, throws it down. What a gorgeous pass. 33 for Durant. 12th assist for Westbrook. Randolph battling and a foul on the entry pass. As Collison picks up personal. 3 on Collison.
This is one of Oklahoma City's favorite plays. Durant, Westbrook pick and roll. But if you're Marc Gasol and you're Randolph, that's not a difficult cover. You have to know where they want to throw the ball. That's an easy rotation that was missed.
Battier back up. Conley on the drive. Randolph tried to tip it, ball knocked loose, picked up by Mayo. Shot clock expires. Did it hit the rim? I think Steve Javie might say one of the shots hit the rim. He's talking with Mike Callahan right now. Javie and Callahan, two of the best refs in the business. Eddie Malloy, the third official, one of the young up-and-coming ones. And I think that's what Javie's saying. It hit the rim, so they should have reset the shot clock. Yep. Good call. So Memphis will inbound with 22 on the shot clock. Randolph, Mayo, down to Gasol. Gasol. Perkins doesn't go for the fake. Battier blocked. Durant with the rejection. Kevin Durant's third block shot of the game. Westbrook to the basket. And he's fouled with 5:45 remaining. And the Thunder holding on to a 15-point lead. Timeout here in Game 7 from Oklahoma City.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by Chevrolet.
The Western Conference Finals begins on ESPN Tuesday night from Dallas. And the Mavericks hosting either Oklahoma City or Memphis. Right now, the Thunder in control of Game 7. Of course, the NBA lottery at 8:30 Eastern will kick off our coverage. NBA playoffs on ESPN, home of the Western Conference Finals. Last year, this young Thunder team took a huge step. They got into the playoffs, won 50 games, and really battled the Lakers. Lakers said this made a big difference. Here in Game 6, Pau Gasol, the winner. Westbrook couldn't get it to go, and they fell short of forcing a Game 7. Here this year, they took the next step, maybe a tougher step, as they got the standing ovation when they walked off the floor in last year's postseason. This year, they win 55 games. They beat Denver in 5 games in the first round. They got the 4 seed, home court advantage in the first round. And because Memphis knocked off San Antonio, have home court here in the second round. If they hold on and win, they will not have it against Dallas as Westbrook continues to add to his stellar afternoon.
I can't say enough when you look around this league and you look at the superstar players. Guys like Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant, we already know the other guys. And when you look at those two guys and see the way that they handle themselves, it is absolutely a great thing, and the league is in great hands.
Conley flips it up and in with 5.5 remaining. What's impressive about so many of these young stars, Mark, is they're not defining their games by how many points they score. They're defining their games by how many wins they get their team. Durant to Harden. Westbrook on the drive. Inside pass to Perkins, broken up by Randolph. Don't count the Grizzlies out yet. They keep scrapping. Mayo up and under. Nice move, and it's back to 13. This Grizzly team has not given up all season long. Lionel Hollins has done a wonderful job. Durant, shot clock at 8. Durant flips it up towards the basket. That won't go. Collison is fouled on the follow. The second attempt won't count, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And all game long, Nick Collison has done his job. Take a look. Mike Conley is the guy rotating. Collison uses his size, attacks the offensive boards, puts himself in position to get fouled. This is quality offense and great energy and effort from Collison.
And Collison, the ultimate intangible player, has put up some good numbers for him. Look at that, 12 rebounds. He's played 30 minutes. He's played over Serge Ibaka most of the afternoon.
And if I'm the Thunder, I run the same exact play because you look at the tape. Basically, James Harden is wide open at the 3-point line. That's bad defense across the board.
Collison banging with Randolph. He's done that all afternoon. Mayo spinning. Nice move, O.J. Mayo. He's made some pretty buckets. The Grizzlies down 13, 4:18 remaining.
Think about the steal that the Indiana Pacers would have had acquiring O.J. Mayo.
Battier, meanwhile, called for the foul. So free throws for Kevin Durant. You're right, Mark. Mayo, they were trading him to Indiana at the deadline for Josh McRoberts in a first round, but they completed the deal too late. And he stayed, and he's been a big part of their second half surge. Lionel Hollins raving about him. Hadn't been an easy year for him. Losing his starting job, that suspension, almost being traded. He's playing well, but right now his team down by 14 as Durant adds to his total. .35 points. What a bounce-back game for this young star. Conley. Durant playing excellent defense this afternoon as well. Gasol against Perkins, puts it up and in. Under 4 minutes remaining. Westbrook, backdoor, Durant! These two young stars teaming up once again. 13 assists for Westbrook, 37 points for Durant. Conley blocked by Perkins.
Both guys playing with extreme confidence, and Russell Westbrook continuing to make the right decisions. You see the ball movement and man movement. Kevin Durant not allowing Shane Battier to be on his body. Great backdoor cut, great delivery, and a big-time finish.
Mayo hounded by Harden. Mayo gets it inside to Randolph, and he's fouled by Perkins. And with 3:13 remaining and a 15-point game, Randolph will shoot 2.
That was a very creative drop-off pass by O.J. Mayo. This team going forward will be very interesting to see if they can keep everybody intact and sign everybody. And if they can, if Rudy Gay and Zach Randolph can find that complementary role playing that you really need your best players to assume.
Well, Gay has the long-term contract. Randolph does. Conley does. Marc Gasol is the restricted free agent. But they have said that he's so important that they really want to re-sign him. 92-78. The fans on their feet again, waiting to celebrate. Harden for 3. Bang! That one just may be the dagger. It's back up to 17 with 2:45 remaining. Great performance from the Thunder bench. Mayo slipped out of his hands. Westbrook throws it ahead to Harden. Back for Durant. Largest lead of the afternoon. Timeout Memphis. The Thunder on the verge of the Western Conference Finals. Let's take a look at our quest for the ring, brought to you by the new release Green Lantern. Chicago, Miami, they'll start tonight on TNT. Dallas has been waiting for quite some time, and it appears they're going to face the Oklahoma City Thunder. As Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook have been just wonderful here this afternoon.
Talk about dynamic duos. Kevin Durant has been spectacular in scoring. Russell Westbrook has been spectacular in running his team time and time again, finding his go-to scorer, making plays, putting them in position to score, and then says, can you believe that there's folks that think we don't like one another?
How about Durant in the closeout game in the first round against Denver, Game 5, he had 41. Here in the closeout game, he's got 39. And Lionel Hollins has emptied his bench. Vasquez misses Durant the rebound. Well, this has been a thrilling series. A lot of drama, games with overtime, comebacks, great individual performances. So many players hitting big shots. And it's been a physical series of two very talented young teams. But it's Oklahoma City on their home floor with a powerful performance. Shot clock at 2, Harden. And it looks like the Grizzlies' wonderful playoff ride will come to an end. The number 8 seed that goes to Game 7 of the second round. Only the 4th 8 seed to knock off the number 1. As Durant is going to come out of the game. And what an ovation he'll get from the fans. So will Westbrook with his triple-double. They love their Thunder. Leon Poe lays it in. How about this for Oklahoma City? Their 4 top scorers are under 23 years old. Westbrook, Durant are 22. Harden and Ibaka are 21. And Mark, we talked about this the other night. Many people felt that the Oklahoma City Thunder, they'd have to wait their turn. They got to learn how to lose in big playoff games. Maybe their time would come down the road, but they never felt that way. They felt their time is now, and they're about to advance to their conference final.
And they believe it. You see Russell Westbrook on his wrist wears the band has knocks down another shot that says, why not us? You know, why not? And they really believe it. And give them credit, because they came out with that type of mentality in Game 7. A lot of young teams would have panicked. they found a way to get it done.
Well, perhaps earlier than expected. A hard-fought physical series with its ups and downs, and again, some overtime games, some great comebacks, some brilliant individual performances.
Dallas championship.
Yeah?
Chicago, Dallas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you
really?
like Miami in the coming out of the East?
I do like Miami coming out of the East. I think that LeBron and D-Wade have really proven themselves. Bosh, they have a good team.
So what has Derrick Rose done?
Derrick Rose is doing good, but Derrick Rose doesn't have enough help.
Okay, we're gonna discuss all of that later in the show. Right now, it's the two most exciting words in sports. Game 7, Lionel Hollins and Scotty Brooks both coaching in the first ever Game 7s as Memphis and Oklahoma City faced off in a winner-take-all. The winner moves on. Kevin Durant leading his young Thunder team into their first Game 7. Russell Westbrook looking for a shot early on. He misses a jumper, but gathers the rebound. Nice putback, ties game at 6. Memphis Grizzlies point guard Michael Conley Jr. showing off his quickness. The sweet reverse gives them their largest lead, 13-8. Felisa, the Thunder really rally. They're going on with Nick Collison when he brought the energy.
The Thunder did a nice job of really pushing the ball, trying to keep the tempo up, getting against Memphis, and really keeping them one and done. They did a nice job of really, I think, contesting every jump shot that went up, and that led to a lot of fast break points for them. That
block shot leads to Russell Westbrook. On the break, the Thunder bench supplying 12 points in the first half. Nazr Mohammed's bucket helps the Thunder to a 21-17 lead after the first 12 minutes. Well, let's move to the second quarter. There's a Gasol still in the playoffs. Mark looking like his brother with a turnaround fadeaway ties game at 21. From there, Oklahoma City goes on a 10-0 run, ignited by Kevin Durant. Coop, nice to see the kid rebound from a bad Game 6.
Well, again, coming from that Game 6 to tonight's game, I thought they did a great job, but I thought his whole team did a good job. Westbrook, everybody finding him in the open, and he did a great job of getting himself open.
There he is. With another three-pointer, the Thunder held the Grizzlies to 31% shooting in the first half. And, Lisa, they really contained Zach Randolph in that first half.
Well, I thought they did a nice job of making the adjustment, finding where he was. You saw bodies going at him, really making him take tough shots. Zach Randolph, I thought he's just a beast on the block, and this game was a tough game for him, and that's what you needed to do to control him in the paint.
He's got the good footwork, but he just couldn't get the buckets inside. Durant scored 12 points. Of his 18 first-half points in the second quarter, the sweet alley-oop gives the Thunder an 8-point lead at the break. So the Thunder doing a lot better job than they did in Game 6, at least in the first half, playing in front of one of the NBA's most raucous crowds in Oklahoma City.
Well, it's always fun when you play in front of a crowd with that much noise. They're behind you, and even when OKC struggled a little bit, they had their crowd right there pushing behind them. I thought they did a nice job finding Kevin Durant, as Coop said. That was very important, and that's something that they did not do in Game 6.
But then again, I think on the defensive end, they did a great job of crowding Collison, Ibaka. They did a good job of crowding Zebo and making his shots come very, very difficult for him.
Kind of shades of March Madness watching these two teams play, like the college basketball atmosphere. Let's get to the second half. Highlights right now. The visiting Grizzlies hanging around. Former Trojan Mayo with the curl. Drains the jumper, cutting the Thunder lead to 42-38. OKC's defense still stifling. Cephalosha with a pick and stick. The steal and dunk pushes their lead back up to 8. It's 46-38. Now Kevin Durant continued his assault. 13 points in the quarter as the Thunder started to pull away and Coop. It was a hot hand of James Harden coming off the bench to give Oklahoma City a double-digit lead.
Well, everybody knows about Westbrook and Durant. They needed another third scorer to step up, and he did it, all hands on, hitting threes. This young man has had a great playoff for the Thunder.
What do you think of the beard?
Nah, not a big fan. Whatever fits to make him play better.
Oh, ever since Green went to Boston, that opened up a lot of playing time for James Harden, and the Thunder take a 72-58 lead into the fourth quarter. To the final 12 minutes, Oklahoma City's bench continued to play well. Nazr Mohammed with a runner in the lane, pushing their lead to 60. The bench loving that one. Memphis never really threatened. Lisa, how hard is it to come back from a huge deficit in a hostile arena?
Well, it's tough. I thought that Memphis did a nice job of trying to close the lead. They got within 13, but you know what? Once you saw they started knocking down jumpers, James Harden hit another three-pointer, Kevin Durant getting to the basket, they started to break their will, and after a while, you see, I even thought right there on that play, Shane Battier gave up on that backdoor cut. You started to break their will, and they knew it set in that this game was over.
105-90 is the final. The Thunder advanced to the first conference finals. The team that relocated from Seattle down to tough Memphis squad in 7 games. As you take a look at the stats from today's game, 37 of 77 was Oklahoma City from the field for 48%. 11 of 28 from three-point range. This team really can score, Coop.
They can score, but the stat that jumps out to me, 44-39 on the boards. And as Pat Riley used to say, no rebounds, no rings.
Now, Lisa, talk about the play of Kevin Durant.
Why you laugh at that, Smooth?
No, because I knew the saying already.
Okay.
I remember
You heard that?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
yeah,
I heard it from you.
Did he put a